everybody, this is what we're going to make today. We're going to make a mosaic decoration in a jar lid. So I'm going to show you now how to make it. Hope you enjoy. So the first thing you need to do, because this is going to be hanging, and it's going to be, you can hang it in your garden, it's going to be made with grout that can go outside, or you can have it inside, so it's up to you. So the first thing you need to do is to get some wire, quite soft wire, thin, to make a little hook so that you can hang it up outside. So if you want to at this stage, you can add some beads. So I just got a few beads here that were from a broken bracelet, and I'm going to thread them on, just a couple on my wire. Don't want loads, but just a few. There we go. And then you're going to poke both ends of the wire through the two holes that are in the lid of your jar that I've actually made with a nail and a hammer. So you thread them in, and because it's really soft wire, it's really easy to twist together. So you twist the end together like this, around a few times, and then pull it up again. And because you want it inside to be lying quite flat, so that when you put your grout on there, it's not going to stick up through your grout, get in the way of your mosaics. So there's your beads hanging on your hook, and you can adjust them afterwards if you want to. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is mix up your grout. So I've got about 4 teaspoons, or that size spoon, of powdered grout. And the thing to remember with grout is to pour the water in really slowly and mix it up, because you can always add more water, but once it's too wet, you know, you can't, be too wet to use, you have to add more powder. So I'm just going to add really small amounts at a time and mix it up as I go. So add a little bit more. So if you mix it up in something that either you can throw away afterwards, because you don't want to pour any remaining grout in your drain, you either want to put it in the bin, or if you have made it in a little bowl or something, scrape it out with a bit of tissue or something and put that in the bin. Just don't throw it into the drain. Okay, so when you've mixed up your grout, let's see, that's about right, I think. So you want it to about that consistency, so it's like sort of consistency of sort of toothpaste or something. So you just blob it into your jar lid, and you want to make about enough to come about halfway up the side of your jar. Okay, so you can spread it around a little bit once it's in there, and the easiest way to get it nice and even is just to tap it around, jiggle it about a bit. So you can see it's starting to cover, you want it to cover the whole of the bottom of your lid and come about halfway up. Okay, so you can see what I've done there. So it's all ready to go. It's that easy. So then all you need to do is, with your bits of mosaic, you're going to start to make your pattern. You can see my bits that I've got here. So I've got bits of just your normal mosaic tiles that I'm using all the bits that have already been cut. I've also found some buttons, and I've also found some of these glass nuggets that look quite good. I've also got a few bits of broken mirror, because they look quite nice when they're outside and a bit sparkly. So I'm just going to do quite a random pattern today, but obviously if you're doing this at home, you can spend a bit longer, you can plan out your colours and whatever, but I'm just going to do quite a random one today. So I'm just going to slide where they go. The thing to remember before I start is that the mosaic tiles have 2 sides. One side is smooth and one side has got little ridges on. And you want to put the ridge side down into the grout, because otherwise bits of grout and stuff might get caught on that side. So you want the smooth side facing up. Okay. So, you might have a button in the middle. So you press it down into the grout. You try not to get too much grout on the top of the button on your decorations. If you do, it's not a total disaster, because you can wipe it off afterwards with a really, just a tiny little bit of a damp cloth. So I'm just going to start my pattern. haven't really planned it out, so it's just all a bit random, but that's okay. So press them down. If your grout is higher than halfway up, it might squidge over the top, so don't press it down quite as far. Got a couple of those nuggets in there, and then maybe I might put a few little bits of mirror. It'll be a bit sparkly when it's outside. I'm just going to decorate all around. So you can like hang these from your trees or from the fence post you've got, or you could just hang it in your window, or if you want to you can just hang it inside from a doorknob or something like that. Just a bit of decoration. Just carry on all the way around. Can you see what I'm doing there? So it's quite a quick, easy mosaic craft. Just don't forget about flat side down always. Might have to, if you've got not much space, you might have to squish them in a bit, move things about. You've got a little while before the grout dries. It doesn't dry, it takes a while to dry, so you can move things about a little bit. You don't really want to take them out necessarily and move them about, but you can joggle them about inside. Okay, I think that's just about, I might just squish those ones up so they even out a bit. Now I'm going to have maybe a few bits over here. You want to try and not leave too many gaps, but I mean if you like the look of a bit of a grout in between, then that's fine, you can leave it like that, I don't mind that. So I think I'm going to leave it there, to be honest. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to hold it up carefully because obviously the grout is still wet. So there's my mosaic decoration that I've made. So what you want to do now is leave it, make sure they are pressed down enough, maybe go around and press them all in a little bit more, and then leave it for probably a day or two to totally dry, and then you can just hang it up. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed the craft today. See you again soon. Bye.